Hello, viewer. Thank you very much for watching GIPSTE TV. Today, video I'll be focusing on how you can use Excel, Microsoft Excel, to analyze your correlation. Okay. So if you want to analyze your data by using correlation technique, then this particular video is for you. Okay. So let me quickly share my screen so that you know how you can use Microsoft Excel to analyze your data using correlation technique. Stay tuned with me as I share my screen to the data set. Okay. Right on the screen, you will see my data set. Okay. You see my data set. I have economic growth, secondary education, tertiary education, primary education, and vocational and technical education. But for you to be able to use Microsoft Excel to, analyze your data by using correlation techniques successfully, there's a trick here that you need to know. You must first identify your dependent variable. So here you will see that my dependent variable is economic growth, which is coded as econ GRT. Then my independent variables are 1, 2, 3, 4. That is secondary education, primary education, tertiary education, vocational and technical education. As you can see, those variables in the right-hand side of the equation. Okay. So here, all you need to do right here is that you have to first in Excel code or type in your dependent variable first, followed by all the independent variable. The independent variable can follow in any order. But the trick here is that your dependent variable should be the first variable in the Excel sheet before you can appropriately use the correlation technique. Take note of that. So right here, it is already done in appropriate order because my dependent variable is the first in the first column. Okay, that is right. Then followed by the independent variable, which starts with the secondary education, followed by primary education, tertiary education, and vocational technical education. So with respect to the independent variable, any order, it doesn't matter. But the dependent variable should be the first one in the first column. The first variable in the first column. So now that you have done it properly, all that we need to do is you click data. When you click on data, on the extreme right-hand side, you see data analysis. Okay, so you click on data analysis. What are you looking for? You are looking for correlation. So I click on correlation. So here for the correlation, because it has already been typed, the data has already typed in Excel in the right order. All I need to do is highlight on the data range, starting from A1 through E17. Because the cursor is already in the input range. Okay, so all I need to do here is I have to check the label in the first row. So I need not to do any other thing. All I need to do is make sure that I select all the variables in the right order and making sure that all cells have been captured in the Excel sheet. So now, do I want it in output range that is on the same? I don't want it that way, so I will keep the new worksheet apply. But it's going to open a new Excel for me. So I'll just have to click OK. Now this is my Excel output for correlation. Okay. So all I need to do right here is to highlight on all and copy. So when I copy, I open my Word document. Then once I open my Word documents, I paste it there. So before that too, I make sure that I give heading. I give heading to it correlation analysis. Then I place, okay, I place my output. So here you can write your variables. Okay, can edit it. Economic growth, Here you can write it in full, secondary education, okay, until you are done. Okay, so if you want to interpret, we interpret this column, the second column where it starts with economic growth. So you'll be looking at the values by what? Looking at it from the row and the column. So here, respect to economic growth, it is the same variable, so it's perfect, it's 1, you know. And if you look at secondary education economic growth, it has what? Very strong relationship, you know, close to 1. Okay, for primary education and economic growth, 0.6, almost 0.7. That is moderate, okay, or close to 5. But for tertiary and tertiary education economic growth, it also has what? Very strong, close to 1. Vocational and technical education too is very strong, close to 1. So you talk about the correlation from this point of view. Okay, this is what I have for you. I'll do another video to show you how you can interpret correlation output. But for today's video is how to run the correlation analysis, okay, for any data set in Excel. Thank you all. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.